What's up, folks? It's the big homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm cooking. Y'all can see. I'm sleeping good. Hey, I'm home alone, and I just feel good today. Right? Um, what up, Alan? What up, Uncle Al? You my man. And y'all, for who all don't know, I've been calling him Alan White for years. I don't know how many years. His fucking name is Alan Williams. But anyway, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. Hey man, I gotta sit here and talk about some things, man. You know, today I'm celebrating, but I'm celebrating for a different reason. Today I'm celebrating because as a youth growing up, I ain't had no silver spoon in my mouth. You know, my parents had to struggle for everything, and they taught me how to get through a struggle, not how to struggle, but how to get through a struggle, and that's by working. And I had great examples. I always refer to my Uncle Richard, my Auntie Charlene, my Seymour. I refer to my family because it was my inspiration of things I can have. My mama, cousin Ella, they showed me things you can get from working. And I know the march and the protest and everything going on. But what up? What we really got to think about, when you protesting and marching and stuff, America was built on one thing. It was built on our back, slavery. That's how America became great. But how America really pulled the wool over our eyes is the miseducation of black people, not just men, but black women too. And when I say the miseducation, I know it's a book called The Miseducation of Black People, but here's some facts though. All through school, you know, they never taught us about um they never taught us about banking. You learn about banking when you went over to open a bank account. Then you still learn all the tricks and trades to banking. They didn't teach us about insurance. A lot of big businesses made money on insurance in America. Don't believe me? Do your research. You know what I mean? They didn't teach us about politics, the laws. They taught us about the Constitution, but that was like once you graduate from eighth grade, then you ain't hear no more about it really. Facts. Do the research. They didn't tell us how to goddamn aldermen's work, the mayor's work, the senate work. They didn't teach us that in school. So, they got us to work and made you believe in something of theirs. They didn't teach you about ownership. You learned about ownership about getting out here and owning some shit. I never knew. They never taught me about I could own my own business growing up none through school. I just had to learn that on my own and strive for it. Like you take the NBA for instance, right? We all watch the NBA, but guess what? You got some black players, a bunch of them, almost 80, 90%. You got a few black managers and, assistant coaches and a few coaches. But if you look at the ownership of the team, right? The ownership of the NBA team is a white person. And what they do with their companies is they pass it down generation to generation. That's where there's no black owners to a team. You could be a partial owner, yeah, I could let you get part of the corporation, but I ain't gonna never give you control of the corporation. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I feel like I could just buy your shares out of the corporation. If you think I'm lying, do your research. Same thing with the NFL. Name me a black owner of the team. They pass that shit down generation to generation to generation. And they keep ownership. So they'll pay you to work for them. But if they could pay you hundreds of $millions to work for them, imagine how much money that they're making. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna give you $100 million to work for me, and I don't make $1 trillion. Let's say that, because that's the case. I do the shit myself. Them niggas is making a gang of money. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look at it as that. And I know we as black people, we want to do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? We always want to do our own thing. But if your family got a business, man, learn that fucking business. Pass that shit down generation to generation. Right? Because I was talking to one of my homies the other day, and he kind of fucked me up, right? His father stayed in Virginia. He had a shoe company where they actually made shoes. I mean, cut the soles and stuff and sewed them together, like not send them off somewhere to get them made, but they actually made shoes, right? I was like, damn, and that was like 5 generations of shoemakers up in Virginia, right? But when it came to not his turn, but his father's turn to, inherit the company, his father decided he wanted to go do something else. So his father sold the company to start a construction company, right? His father's construction company didn't do well, but they had a business that was doing well. And instead of taking some money out that business and playing with the construction company or trying a construction company, his father decided to end the family legacy. Wow, what's our legacy gonna be? It ain't always about you, and that's what you gotta think about. That's why I'm making this video. It ain't always about you. It's who you gonna lead this business to, who gonna run it. It's a legacy. I don't care if it's $1 million business or a $20 business. You can have a $20 business and you just couldn't get it right. But if you could explain it to your kids or your nephews and nieces, somebody else in your family can probably get it right. And I'm just going to throw it out here for me, for instance. I got a t-shirt business, right? I probably make $40,000, $50,000 out of it a year. It's cool. But I help my niece, man, why I keep calling her my niece? She little, that's why I call her my niece. But she actually my cousin. I help my cousin, Jamila, I just gave her the game. She spent her own money. Let me just say that. Facts. Let me just say that. She spent her own money. I just told her how to do it, whatever, right? And I give her great advice. Her and Toya, right? But what I'm trying to say is, when I look at her artwork and how she actually put her shirts together, I said, damn, cuz, we having a conversation. I said, cuz, hands down, I've been doing this shit for a minute. You just jumped in the game. Your artwork is unbelievable. Like, when I got people, like, I be like, I'm going to send my business over to my cousin. Now, she might take this shit and go way past me, because she just got in the game, right? I'm not going to be mad at that. I'm going to celebrate that. Because I'd rather see my cousin get it. If I'm doing a bunch of things, and if I got knowledge of something, I'm going to encourage her to go ahead shoot for the ceilings. And my cousin Toya, shoot for the ceilings. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you could see it in them, like, damn, they better than me at it. Shoot for the ceilings, man, you know what I'm saying? But I'm celebrating today for all the people who told me coming up, oh, you ain't gonna be able to do this. Go work with your hands. You ain't gonna be able to do that. Oh, you don't. Just go get you a job and work for somebody. I stepped out in faith, man. I stepped out in faith and I got it. I'm getting it. I know I look like a fat boy or whatever. I am a fat boy because I'm cooking my ass off. But I'm out here getting it. And what I mean is, look, I was plotting on leaving my job, right? But I think I'm going back. But I ain't, people don't understand. I ain't had a paycheck in like 8 weeks. But my hustle game with all my companies, ain't shit got cut off. Ain't shit, ain't shit behind or none of that. And what I tell people, my hustle might not be better than your hustle, But the only thing about my hustle is I'm not going to stop. I don't quit. Motherfuckers used to tell me, well, you doing this business, that business, doing that business. Ain't none of them going to be successful until you sit down and do just one. What? No, I can multitask. That's what it's called. And I've been getting it. I'm out here every day. If I don't even leave my house, I'm going to make sure shit pops off. That's what I'm going to do. And I just like, I feel like celebrating today. I'm home alone, drinking my wine, cooking. My neighbors already like, can I get some food? I got y'all. I told them I got them. But, man, niggas just told me I wasn't going to do it. But even like my homie that's on here named Alan Williams, not Alan White. But, I didn't think I'd be good in doing the flipping cribs and doing the rehab. I went up to Michigan. That nigga showed me the game. And I've been successful ever since I've been doing it. I've been successful at that shit. I ain't stopped. You know what I'm saying? I ain't quit. It's easy to start some shit and be like, all right, I did it, so now I'm going to quit. No, I keep doing that shit. I stay on the fucking grind. And that's what I want to tell people. People, shit might seem like it's glamorous when you getting the bread, but sometimes it ain't that glamorous. Sometimes you got to sacrifice some things to get some things. With me, let me tell you what I had to sacrifice. People might call me an asshole, whatever. Even my kids might be kind of upset at me as they was younger. I sacrificed a lot of time of being with my family and my kids to be out here to get it so they can have some things or I can provide some things. But kids don't understand that until they become parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people all the time, for me to get on the highway, drive 100, 200 miles, 300 miles to get a check, it's nothing. I drove that far and more just to get some dope to sell. So if I can go get a job, I'm going to go out there and get it. That's why I work in Indianapolis. I work up in Michigan. I work in Chicago. I go to Wisconsin sometimes. I will go out here and get it. I'm not going to quit. And that's what I want to tell y'all. Like, don't stop because shit get hard. You got a dream. Man, keep on at that shit. Don't stop. Boy, y'all see this barbecue, boy? Let me tell y'all something. This motherfucker, hey, I got this nigga down there in Benton Harbor, Michigan. His name Master Blaster, right? This motherfucker taught me how to put them turkey legs on the grill. Woo! I gotta give a shout out to that motherfucker because I got like 4 turkey legs on this bitch. I got T-bones on this bitch. I got chicken wings and Polish sausage. And guess what? I'm home alone. But I feel good. So when I feel good, I just cook. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I just cook. I don't have no reason. I get this shit away to my neighbors. My neighbors appreciate it too. Let me just say that. My neighbors when I was in Chicago, they appreciated that shit. But while I'm out here in Michigan, they be like, damn, you cooking today? I was like, yeah. It's like, all right. But one of my neighbors, she was so cool. She like, look, you always feeding us. She gave me $100 today. I'm happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I was going to get them some food anyway just because it's just me here. Y'all see what I put on the grill? And it's just me. Man, I give her the food. I don't care. I just cook because I like to cook and it relax my mind. You know what I'm saying? And today I was in my feelings because I was thinking back some of my closest friends. You ain't going to be successful. You doing all these business. You need to just settle down and do one. No. I'm going to keep pushing. I can't quit. And then I got plans to start 2 new businesses next year. Right, I said 2 new businesses. See, they looking at where I'm at right now. I'm thinking about something else I need to be doing. See, I'm not going to stop. My hustle's not going to stop. And what I want to do is tell you all, don't stop. And don't think about the money. Now, I used to chase a lot of money, right? I promise you I did. That job paying this amount, I'm going to get it. That job paying this amount, I'm going to get it. Stop that. Don't chase the money. I mean, make sure you make some money, pay your bills, and be happy. But money is not. Oh, excuse me. Money is not gonna make you happy. You gotta find what's within you that's gonna make you happy. It ain't about money. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I sit at home. As long as I know I got food in the refrigerator, all my bills is paid, I'm good. I can sit at home and be comfortable. You know, little money in the bank, I'm chilling. My kids straight, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? But just 'cause I'm chilling, it's something in me just make me go out and get it. And I don't mean to go out and get it just because it's a dollar attached to it, because every dollar ain't a good dollar. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. And then it becomes like, I be getting these runs sometimes where I get a lot of money real quick. And I be like, damn, boy, this is like that dope money, because that shit be coming in. I mean, like thousands on top of thousands, that shit be coming in quick. And then I have some slow peak season. But because I came out the hood, you know what I mean? My mom and them taught me how to budget money and how to stretch money. So now when the money come in quick, I don't spend it quick, like I get it right back. I appreciate it, I save it, and I stretch it. When you learn how to stretch this dollar, you can save more dollars. No, you ain't got to go out and spend it because you made it. And that's just fact. And, you know, that's what they want us to do. They want us to be a consumer and not a producer or nothing. If you think about this for real, think about your household and everything that runs in your household. How much of that shit do you produce on your own? And how much money do you spend outside the house? Like, for instance, I tell people in the door, I cook more at home, and I cook like the best of them. You know what I mean? I make steaks, gyros, fucking Italian beef. I cook all that shit at home. Cheese sticks, all that, nachos, whatever you buying at the restaurant, I cook it at home. So when I can save that money that I'm spending at the restaurant and spend it in my house and then take some of it and put it in savings, then I'm okay. Like, for instance, this shirt I got on, it's like Versace, but then it's Savage up under it. If you ever notice me in the street, I don't wear nobody else's clothes. That's nonsense. It cost me fucking, I was in the mall yesterday. It cost me like $3.50 to produce a t-shirt. I'm in a van shop because I was thinking about getting me some more black vans, but I realized I own a pair. I'm like, I like these hoodies and sweaters, but I'm like, I ain't go home and make that shit. And that's exactly what I'm doing, bootleg this shit. Learn how to save some money. Why would I pay you $55 for a hoodie that I could produce the same hoodie for $5? Come on. Come on. Even like that dude, Alan Williams, nigga taught me the correct way of how to patch holes in the walls, how to paint. Why would I go out and pay somebody to do that shit? Now I know how to do it in my own home. I fix my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all ever notice, I do pay homage to the OGs. Them niggas taught me the game. You know? There's some real shit out here. You gotta learn how to do some shit for yourself. It ain't always about paying somebody. Because I used to be caught up in that, oh, I got the money, I just pay somebody to do that. I got the money, I just pay. No, sometimes you need to just get out and do it for yourself. And when you get it done yourself, you look back and be like, damn, I accomplished that. Because, yeah, you're going to second guess yourself. But then when you finally see your own work, you be like, damn, I did that. I did that. And I'm going to tell you, when I used to go to Ben Harbor and flip them cribs, they be fucked up. And I mean fucked up. But when I get done with them, I'll be like, God damn, I could move in these motherfuckers. I did that. That's what it's about. So I'm celebrating because y'all got to go to the bathroom. I'm celebrating today for everybody growing up from fucking birth until I'm now to present, who told me I couldn't do some shit, I wasn't smart enough. You know, they just, motherfuckers talk down to you just so they could build themselves up. I'm celebrating for them. Not like I'm rubbing in their face. I'm celebrating for them. The reason I'm celebrating for them is they was my motivation to go hard. So every time you tell me I can't do something, I'll be like, thank you. I'll be mad. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be mad. But in the same token, when I get by myself, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna show them thank you. So I just want to thank everybody for the motivation. Because, motherfuckers that hate on you in your face and don't even realize they hating on you. Well, why you trying to do that? Ain't you doing this and that and that? You ain't going to be able to do everything. That's hating. Especially when you believe you're a God. Yeah, I believe I'm a God. If I'm made in His image, I should be able to do everything He created, right? That's what I'm saying. If God is my Father and He made me in His image, I should be able to do anything and everything I want to do. That's all I'm saying. Think about what I just said. If God's your Father, anything He created, you should be able to do. And that go for man or woman, because this ain't always about us men. You should be able to do everything except have a baby. I don't want to have no babies. I salute some women. That's some painful shit. I see my kids be born. I don't want to go through that shit. But hey, if y'all want to do me a favor and yourself a favor, teach these youngins about how these politics work. So all this police brutality, yeah, it's going to go down, but it's going to come back up. Until they change the law, the policy, and that police union, this shit still won't keep going. Real fact. Until we start killing them for every time they kill one of us, this shit still gonna keep going. But we don't want to get to that point. But if we can figure out a way to change the laws and the policies, then we're gonna be some greater people. So we got to teach our kids about politics. See, we don't raise kids to be politicians. We raise our kids to be everything else. But until you can change the laws and the policies, shit gonna be the same. Like they talking about defunding the police station. That's some bullshit in the third degree. Because let me just tell y'all one thing. For every police station in the United States, at least 70% of their finance goes to what? Drugs. That's what it goes to, buying military equipment for drug dealers. Guess what? America was based on drug dealers. When they started fucking with drugs, like the weed, they did that to stop the Mexicans. Now, for you really want to know where cocaine was from, they did that to stop the Asians. That was their drug. If you think I'm lying, do your research. Call me back, inbox me on this if you think I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Heroin and cocaine, that was them Asian drugs. But when they came over to work on the railroads and the railroads got built and shit, then they wanted to figure out a way to get rid of them. So they either locked them up and sent them back home, deported them. Same thing about the weed and the Mexicans. Boom, deporting them. But guess what? The Native Americans never deported nobody. How about that? So we got to teach our kids about politics. You know, we just got to do it. We got to teach them so they can survive and not have to worry about being killed. Like, that'd be one of my biggest fears, because, you know, I'm out of town in different little small counties and stuff. When these cops could take me out, they ain't going to do shit. They probably won't even have a march for me. They just going to have some chicken and potato salad. My family going to cry, you know, and they going to be thinking about me, but then it's going to go on as usual. Now, they didn't bury this man. You know, I'm hoping the protest keeps going. Don't stop because he buried. Don't stop. And for you motherfuckers, let me just say one thing, for real. Let me sit up on this. Let me just say this. Stop taking pictures with these police officers and your kids like everything all good. You hurting the movement. Everything ain't all good until they change the law, until they change the policy. Now I be seeing people outside, oh, this officer good, this officer good. If an officer sees some bad shit going on and he be silent about it, he ain't a good officer. That's just fact. You know, we gotta figure out a way, you know, quit hurting the movement. That's all I'm saying. Quit hurting the movement. I see these motherfuckers, oh, now let me stand by the police officer. What the fuck? They ain't changed no laws. They still choking you up. They still killing you. And if it ain't happening to your family, it's happening to another family. If it happened to one of us, it's happening to all of us. So teach your kids now how the banking system works. Teach your kids now about ownership. Teach your kids now how the system works so they can get into these politics. Alright, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. I love y'all, real shit. I'm just home alone cooking my ass off. But let's teach our youth, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you don't teach them, because I learned a lot of things by watching other people. Let's show them by example. Let's show them by example. You know what I'm saying? Let's just show them. You know what I'm saying? My nigga on here, I'm going to pay a lot of homage to this nigga, right? Because he a diamond in the rough. The nigga loud as hell. If y'all ever go on Alan Williams' page, this nigga loud, bold in the motherfucker. But you know one thing you don't notice about him? He always working. And that's something we need to teach our youth. You need to work. This nigga got his own company, but he will go work for somebody else. And I tell people that all the time. Just because you got a company, hey, get that money, but if you can still go do something else, go do it. Hey, I pay a lot of homage to this dude. You know what I'm saying? I talk shit about him too. Well, I love that man. Real shit, and he know I love him. He gave me a meal ticket. That's what I'm going to call it. Because the knowledge he gave me, I can eat for the rest of my life, and my kids will never have to worry about going hungry. Now, when somebody give you that and didn't ask for nothing in return, now that I said that, he going to ask me for something. But, you know, he gave me the game, and he was like, all right, man, you got it. Here's the keys to it. Now it's up to you. You in the dough. Now you got to show and prove to stay in the dough. And I've been there. And my name good. But he showed me that shit. So let's be an example to these youth, man. Let's show them the game. The real game. Not just the fast money. See, that's what fucks us up. We'll show these youth the fast money game, you know. But we won't show them that slow money, that's good money, that's study money. Why? That no jail worry about money. See, the game Uncle Al gave me, because that's what I call him. His name Alan Williams, but I call him Uncle Al. The game that he gave me, I don't never have to worry about the police. As long as I keep my paperwork right, man, last year I probably made like $70,000, $80,000 with that company. Who gives you that type of game? The police couldn't say shit to me. Shit, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks and 2 cars and a house off that game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay respect where it's due. Let's show our kids a better way. I gotta go. Hey, Al, I see you, but I can't read. I mean, I can read. Let me say that. Let me correct that. But y'all know I be squinting on here. I can't see that little bitty shit. But you know I love you, man. All right, y'all. Now, drop the damn phone. How I get off this shit?